Alright, folks, I have about 10 minutes of free time, and which time I'm going to shoot the video I was telling you guys about the weekly trade. Now, this trade, this weekly trade I'm about to talk to you about, I actually started working on it about 3 or 4 months ago, and I was doing some data research, and this is usually how I do my back testing. I look at something, and if I see a potential strategy, I go back in time as far as I can go, and I mark down what time, what date, and what currency, what time frame, blah blah blah, it worked and when it didn't work. Okay, now when I was doing this, I remember when I first started, when I didn't do this data testing, when I was just looking at the visuals of the chart, I saw that, oh my god, it's working almost all the time. I'm like, yeah, it was probably 90-95%. But then when I started inputting the data, I came out with these parameters here. As you can see, the Euro USD win rate was 65%. This is 79% here. 88% here for the USD JPY. Euro JPY was pretty bad at 65%, and then CAD JPY was at 78%. Now these are all in the profit levels. You can profit with all of these, but I would avoid the 65 and the 65 here. I would just go with these three right here. Anyways, this is for the 1 hour trade. Now this is in the beginning. As you can see in the file that I saved it was July 14th, 2014 is when I actually started using this, inputting the data, because it was quite some time ago, about 3 months ago. And this is the data that I found. And then recently I went in and I started inputting more data after that date. So the last time I did it was in August sometime, and in the beginning of August, and I just finished off the last few weeks. Okay, so basically what this tells you, and this is not in the strategy yet, I'm going to show you the strategy yet. I'm trying to get you in the mindset of how to do back testing properly. What this shows you is these are all weekly. Okay, as you can see, these are 1 week apart on Sunday afternoon Eastern time when the market opens. Okay, did the strategy work? Yes. I haven't showed you the strategy yet, but I will. Did the strategy work? Yes. And what was it? A call. Okay, it was on the 1 hour time frame for the Euro USD. Okay, on the 25th, which is a week later, did it work? Yes. Blah blah blah. And then when I went more specifically, sometimes it didn't work. Okay, so Euro USD wasn't the greatest. The best I saw, and this is for the past how long? 5 weeks almost. How much is this? So this is about past 18 weeks. That I did back testing for each currency pair that these are all the major ones that I personally trade. So I went into each one of these currency pairs, and I did basically the past 18 weeks to see how the win rate was. Now you could probably agree that the more data you have, the better responses or results you're going to get, the better accurate data you're going to get. So out of 18 weeks, 88% of USD JPY worked, meaning these are once a week trades. Now this is not necessarily what I do. I kind of ventured away from this after some point, and I started working on other strategies, and I came back I revisited this for people who don't want to lose a lot of money, don't want to risk a lot of money, and are okay with just taking one trade a week and forgetting about it. And once you get really good at it, yeah, maybe you'll start pioneering. Now this, I don't encourage you to necessarily use this. You could just put in $100. Now I know initially I said you can use the same $100 and build that account to up to blah blah blah. That was assuming you win 100% of the time or 95% of the time. Now I'm taking that back for the 1 hour trade. If you want to do 1 hour, you're not going to be able to do that. Just take, if you have a $1,000 account, just take $100 and do this, and then use your regular intraday trading for the rest of the week, and then watch this if it wins or loses. But what happened was, recently I went into the 15-minute candle, and look what I found. And I only had 4 weeks data. So remember, the more data you have, the more accurate results you're going to get. But for the past 4 weeks, it worked 100% of the time for the Euro USD, USD JPY, CAD JPY, USD JPY, And maybe this isn't accurate. Actually, I did twice. Yeah, I did USD JPY twice. But anyways, and the AUD JPY, 100% of the time for the past month. Meaning, let's just say you took all of these trades. Okay, that would have been 24 trades you could have taken and grown your account with. But maybe they move together in the same kind of. They move together in the same way in terms of opening and closing. So what is the strategy and how can you use it? I encourage you not to just put down a certain amount of money every time you do this, but do not think that it's going to always be 100%. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Do not think that it's going to be 100% every single one of the time. Okay, this is only 4 weeks worth of data, which is all I could get. I couldn't use MetaTrader 4 because in certain cases they were showing conflicting results between the results in the Thinkorswim and MetaTrader 4. So I'm just using Thinkorswim here, okay? And it was 100% of the time. So how does this simple strategy work? I have opened up the Euro USD just as an example, okay? Just to show you how this thing works. So let me remove all drawings. Zoom it out a little bit. So the way it works is at the beginning of the week. Okay, now we have open up the 15-minute candle. What you want to look at, and you can backtest this if you have means to go back in time and do your own data pull. Tell me how it is. If you have access to before August 24th, go back as far as you can and tell me how many times it worked and how many times it didn't work, and create a percentage win ratio. And if you do that, we can all become better traders and see, when it works and when it doesn't. So how does this work? In the beginning of the week, let me change this to as much as I can. See, when I go to 30 days, it only shows an hour, so I have to go to 20 days, 15 minutes. So first, let's go on the August 24th. Okay, this is the 27th. Okay, so how does this work? This right here, before this dashed line, is all Friday. Okay, now what happens in the weekend? The market never closes. Okay, we just can't trade during the weekend, but the market never closes. It's always being traded for high lows, high lows, one touch options. All that stuff is already being traded during the weekend for it to be fulfilled the coming opening day, which is Monday or Sunday evening for people in Eastern time, such as myself. So during the weekend, you could sometimes, most of the time, experience a gap in your price. So this right here, as you can see the date on right here, top left, is the 22nd. Okay, and then this right here is the 24th. If the market, let's just say your price is here, if the price opens, the farther it opens under the price on Friday, it will adjust itself. The next candle will try to adjust itself towards the last price movement. Okay, so because this closed right here and this opened right here, it tried to go up again. Okay, it tried to adjust itself. So right at this mark, what you'd want to do is you want to make a call option for 15 minutes, and you would want it. Okay, that's pretty much the strategy. It's a simple strategy. Unfortunately, I don't use it because I'm more of an intraday strategy person. And even if I were to use it, I would want more data in order for me to put in some real cash on this. But that's the point of this. I'm going to continue gathering data because I got data up till the 14th of September, which is last week. So I'm going to find out what this Sunday looks like and see if it worked this Sunday. So let's look at, this was the 24th. Okay, 15-minute time frame. Did it work? Yes. And it was a call. See, call. And then now you want to go to the next week, 31st, to see if that worked. Where is it? This is the 27th, 28th, which was my birthday. Very important day. Let me see here. Right here was the 31st. Okay. Now MetaTrader is going to be different because this is my Thinkorswim is on Eastern time zone. Okay, so my times are based on my Eastern time zone times, but MetaTrader is going to be a little more complicated because it goes on GMT. It goes on some, I think, London time zone. So you're going to find the timing a little differently, which is why it kind of screwed me up when I was trying to go back before August 24th. Regardless, look at this. This is the 29th here, before this jagged line, 29th. And after it, this was a Friday, and then after it opens on Sunday evening. So what happened is, it closed right here on Friday, and it opened under here. And when it opened, it tried to come back up to the position of where the last candle was. Okay, so it opened right here, and it was a call option. Okay, and then that would have won really well. Yeah. Okay, so it's been about an hour since I shot the video. Well, in the past, I'm not sure exactly where I left off, because if you may have heard, my wife just yelled at me to pick it up, and let's go. So, in the meantime, I have to go through the rest of this. So I think I took you through this candle. Basically on the 31st, it stopped here, and right on Sunday evening, it started right here. So it started under, right here, started under where it last opened. So it tried to come back up towards that last price. So you could have put a 15-minute call option there. Let's go to the next one. Is the 7th. Where are you? Okay, so right here. See, it stopped here. It ended. The price ended here on Friday, and then opened right here on Sunday evening. So then it came down towards the last price. Okay, I hope you're starting to see what I'm trying to show you here. The next one is the 14th. So let's see, 14th. See right here, it was the 14th. The last movement stopped right here, and then on Sunday evening it opened right here, meaning it's going to come down towards the last price. So that's basically the past 4 weeks, which is a month. And if you had, if you had that knowledge and you made all those trades, you would have won quite a number of trades. So let me see how many. Not factoring in the Euro JPY, CAD JPY, and then the AUD. So about 16 trades you could have taken. It would have been quite successful for you. Now, remember, I'm shooting this video so you can keep an eye out on what I'm showing you here. Keep an eye out on Sunday and see what happens. If this opens above this line, then theoretically, based on historical events, this is going to be a put option. Okay, right when it opens, if you see that it's above the 1.28296, let's just say it's 1.28581, then it's going to be a put option. Okay, now remember, do not think that just because it was 100% worked out for all these currency pairs for the past month, it will work out forever or even this week. Don't think that. My suggestion is, let's take it as a collective team and try to understand exactly when this works and when it doesn't work. Alright, so as you can see in Euro JPY, it didn't work out that well. Okay, only twice it worked out. So that currency pair we wouldn't even look at. We would just look at the Euro USD, USD JPY, Canada JPY, and the AUD JPY. Okay, those are the 5 currency pairs that you want to look at. 4 currency pairs you want to look at. Anyways, I have to cut this video short. I do have my main strategy has not been released. I'm not sure if I'm going to release it anytime soon, but that is my best strategy. It's the 15-minute strategy that I use an indicator for, and price action at the same time. But I still have to shoot my daily analysis video for 15 minutes. As you can probably tell, I've been extremely busy with other stuff, so I haven't been able to do that. But keep practicing what I've already showed you. That stuff works, and if it doesn't work, then show us why it's not working. Show us you're losing trades, and we'll try to figure out together. Anyways, until next time, if you have any questions, just comment below. Thanks. Bye.